Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
okay. Item D on the agenda is approval of minutes from April 4th, 2022, regular council meeting minutes. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved. Hearing none, they stand approved. Item E, citizen communication. If there is anyone in the audience that would like to address council, please come up to the microphone there. Or if you are on the WebEx, type it in the chat and we will check that out throughout the meeting. Item H, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. Sorry.
Council committees first.
Yep, do that. Maybe I skip one meeting and I forget how to do this. Go back to item F, reports from council committee meetings. F1, electric committee met on April 11th, 2022. Lori?
Thank you, Council President. We approved the power supply cost adjustment factor for April 2022, a 3-month average factor of 0.01305, and JV2 0.036941.
Thank you, Lori. F2, water, sewer, refuse, recycling, and litter committee met on April 11th, 2022. Dr. Dave?
Well, they're a little bit delayed, but not too bad on the presses. Things seem to be going fairly decently. That's about all I can say.
Okay, thank you. Item F3, municipal properties, building, land use, and economic development committee met on April 11th, 2022.
Yes, thank you. We tabled the review of the Napoleon engineering rules and regulations, and we also tabled the discussion on city streets.
Thank you. And F4, Parks and Rec committee did not meet earlier tonight due to lack of agenda items. All right, we'll move down to item I, second readings of ordinances and resolutions. I1 is ordinance number 012-22. An ordinance authorizing ODOT to work within city limits for repainting the Route 6 overpass on Glenwood Avenue and declaring an emergency. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Joel?
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing new to report on this, so take any questions. Chad's here for questions too.
Hearing none, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, item I2, ordinance number 015-22, an ordinance establishing a fund to be titled One Ohio Subdivision Settlement Allocation Fund as required pursuant to the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement and the One Ohio Subdivision Settlement and declaring an emergency. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Joel?
Thank you. Nothing new to report on this either, just that the fund needs to be established so we can receive funds from the state when they come in.
Any questions or comments regarding this? Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item J. J1 is resolution number 010-22, a resolution authorizing contracts with the townships of Napoleon, Harrison, Freedom, and the Village of Florida, and the Henry County South Joint Ambulance District for fire service and/or emergency medical service commencing April 1st, 2022, and declaring an emergency.
Motion.
Second.
Joel?
And thank you. Nothing new to report on this either, just recommending passage on that third and final read.
Okay. Chief, anything for you? All right. Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yep.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, that is passed on third read. Item J2 is ordinance number 011-22, an ordinance amending chapter 955 of the codified ordinances of City of Napoleon, Ohio, to add section 955.09T regarding golf simulators fees. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Joel?
So as it was requested at the last council meeting, council voted to amend the original ordinance to remove some of the rules so that staff can be a little more nimble when operating the new facility, so requesting final read.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Have
Yeah.
we received any feedback that you know of from last meeting?
I haven't.
Okay.
You haven't?
Any other questions, comments? Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yep.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, that is passed on third read. Tony, did you open that up today by any chance? This beautiful weather? I could've. Okay, moving on to item K, good of the city. K1, discussion or action, approval of April 2022 power supply cost adjustment factor as PSCAF 3-month average factor 0.01305 and JV2 0.036941. Okay, Joel?
Thank you, Council President. It was a pretty average month, so I don't really have anything to report other than it's boring, but, you know, we're under 12 cents a kilowatt hour, so that's good.
The only thing you noted the other day in the council, or the committee meeting, was that the credit was applied again
Yes.
on here, and we're getting that corrected, is that right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. Yep, that was this last month here, so I'm already thinking ahead in the next month, but this was for February billing, and yes, they did have a rec credit to our bill that typically we get a check from it, so we went ahead and applied that to the electric development fund, and then this is the accurate usage and accurate what we've been billed, so that it reflects accurately on what the rates are.
And you're working on getting them
To
back to.
quit doing that,
Right,
yes.
quit doing that?
Yeah, and I don't know why it's so hard, but yes, it's
Okay,
constant reminders help.
thank you. Any other questions or comments? We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, that's been approved. Item K2, discussion or action, final award of the Van Heining Interceptor Project. Okay, Joel?
I'm just gonna turn it over to Chad on this one.
If you recall, in February, we opened bids and had a tentative award to Vernon Nagel for the Van Heining pump station. We did a tentative award because that's what's required by DEPA before they sign off on the funding. March 24th, they had their meeting. DEPA and OWDA agreed to grant us our funding for the amount of the bid for the $500,000 contingency. Now that the funding is in place, I just ask for a simple motion for a final award of the contract to Vernon Nagel in the amount of $2,711,122.36.
Thank you, Chad.
Is that all us? Or do we get some grant to help defund?
There's no grant involved with it, but I
Okay.
believe our interest rate was 0.7%. Recall that we do, I think it was 20 years on that.
Okay.
For projects of that size, they generally don't award any grant. On the other hand, for larger projects like the water plant and projects like that, they will.
Okay.
But the sewer side is very competitive.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
I'll make a motion to award the project.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, that's been awarded. Item K3, discussion or action, approve a renewal contract with Advanced Rehabilitation Technology LTD for the 2022 sewer cleaning program, program year 8. Joel?
I'll just turn it over to this one to Chad again.
Last year, 2021, we advertised for our annual sewer cleaning project. The entire city is on a 10-year schedule. This will be year 8. Previously, we had advertised and awarded projects on a 3-year cycle. We did 2 years because we wanted to do 2 and 2 instead of 4. Now with what we have with pricing, it's probably best that we did that. We contacted Advanced Rehabilitation Technology, or ART. They are willing to honor their bid prices that they submitted last year. Their bid for this year was $67,159.90. That number is well within our $70,000 budget. I just asked for a motion to award the bid that we received in 2021 to Advanced Rehabilitation Technology.
Thank you, Chad. Any questions or comments regarding this?
I'll make a motion to award the project.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, that has been approved. Item K4, discussion or action, approval of plans and specifications and rebid the Ritter Park Path project. Chad, welcome back.
As council's aware, on 2 previous occasions, we advertised this project and received no bids. We've been working with ODOT as well as the design consultant on the project. We modified the project. What we have on the plans now will be all of Jan's Road. We will include the portion that goes down the steep slope into Ritter Park. From there, they'll utilize the existing path network. And then the base bid is a 10-foot wide asphalt path from the Ritter Park driveway that's on the easterly end, and then we will terminate it at the city building. The original design continued up Front Street to Perry Street. We are separating that out as a separate project. Now the estimate for this portion of the project's $921,685.50. We are still working with Manick and Smith to do the other portion. Because of where we are, end of April, working with ODOT, they agreed that if we do get bids and we can award the contract before their fiscal year, which is July 1, they would let us extend the completion date of this project into 2023. Right now, we have it set for October 14th, 2023, which will work out because there's a 120-day time period that the fill material place where we're going down the slope of Riverview, that has to sit for 120 days. So it'll be a good opportunity for the contractor to do some work, place their fill, let it sit through the winter, and then we won't have to worry about settlement when it's over. But for today, today, I'll be bringing Front Street at a later date, but today I'm just asking for approval of the Ritter Park Path project in the amount of $921,685.50, so we can put it out for bid.
Did you say the completion date was gonna be in 2023?
The completion date is October 14th, 2020.
Okay.
But all the work, although there'll be, I think we have 2 handicap ramps that could affect one of the intersections on Jams Road. The vast majority of the project is not in the street, so we shouldn't be affecting traffic other than when we have concrete trucks sitting there pouring sidewalks on Jams.
So June, July, or August for that part?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would be up to the contractor if they would choose to wait and start the whole thing next year.
Right.
I foresee a contractor trying to do the Jams Road portion this year, because I don't think they're going to want to give their pricing out 15 months ahead with what we're seeing.
Okay.
But it would allow them to get some of it in yet this year.
What is our portion of that?
The grant is $800,000.
Okay. Great.
So the path goes from Ritter Park, it will go up, and then it will be on Riverview from there?
The path, we come down the westerly side of Jams Road, and there will be a crosswalk to cross Riverview.
Mhm.
And from there, we have a path that winds around to get down that slope
Mhm.
to the existing path network in Ritter Park.
Mhm.
Then if someone was walking, they could utilize the existing network. Then as they got to the easterly end of Ritter Park, as that drive comes up, we'll
Okay.
split off with a 10-foot wide multi-use path that will then parallel Riverview Avenue from that drive to this property.
Okay. So it's not using the existing bike path on the boat ramp?
It is using it through Ritter Park. It's not up top, it's down in the park.
Mhm.
They're utilizing all the existing path network
Right,
in
right,
Ritter Park,
right,
and we're not
right.
building a new one to.
Well, you
it.
said, okay, so the boat ramp is Ritter Park?
Yes.
So all the way to that
Yes.
end, that when you said the easterly drive to Ritter Park, I thought you meant the one right there across from, okay, got it.
No, sorry.
No, I should probably know that, I suppose.
Are you gonna do any striping by the boat ramp at all, or just leave it the way it is now?
There is existing striping there, isn't there? There's existing striping, and then, there's no need for striping on the path that parallels Riverview because we're not connected to the edge of pavement.
Okay.
But then when we get to the Front Street portion, that will be striped, and there's an option of actually using colored asphalt for a portion of that. We'll look at that as an option if we want to incorporate that cost or go with striping instead, or what our options are.
Mhm.
Because the portion that we're going to do with Front Street will no longer be governed by ODOT, there's a few less expensive options we can consider.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
And Chad, thank you for all the additional work you put in to change that, to make it happen. Appreciate it.
Don't know who $800,000.
All right, item K5, discussion or action, approval of plans and specifications for the 2022 miscellaneous streets improvement project.
Chad again. Chad
Right.
again. It's the Chad show.
For a bit. Once again, we're bringing forward our annual resurfacing project. I know there have been a few things discussed for this year. We fell back on the Plan B due to the timing. Originally, we had hoped to address Briarheath, but because of the timing and the school requesting us to do all that construction during the summer months, we wouldn't be able to get a contract in place soon enough. So what we've proposed to do, and we move forward so we can have a project out this year, we've put Briarheath on our schedule for 2023. This year, we would be milling and resurfacing Westmoreland Avenue from Baylor's Road to Woodlawn. Baylor's Road, because there's no curb involved, will be much less intrusive to school traffic, and we'll work with the contractor to try to work around the school traffic. Woodlawn Avenue from Glenwood to Westmoreland. We have half a block, it's a southbound lane on Glenwood Avenue from Lynn Avenue south, where we've patched it several times. There are a few water line, places where we dug the water line up and it keeps heaving. So we're gonna try to do a larger patch with hot mix to address that. We're going to fix the patch on Bailey's Road from the emergency storm sewer repair that we had to address last fall. We have a area on American Road from the Loves project that appears to have been a diesel spill. I cannot go back on the contractor. One, it doesn't look to be their issue and it was over a year. We're gonna mill that area out and correct it. And we're also going to mill and resurface Independence Drive from Woodlawn to Industrial Drive.
Oakwood. We know what you meant.
Oakwood to Industrial Drive.
We know what you meant.
We have, when they paved Independence, they did not pave from the center line to the edge. They paved it as 3 lanes. So we essentially have 2 joints in the asphalt and both of them are opening up. If we let it go much longer, we could be looking at some base failure and we'd like to get it addressed. I know we have the Woodlawn Oakwood project coming up in 2024. I'm afraid if we don't address this, the traffic that's going to be utilizing Independence will destroy it. So we're trying to get that corrected before we get there. And the engineer's estimate on the project is $500,000.
Anybody have any questions or comments regarding this? No. Okay, we need a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, it's been approved. Item K6, discussion or action renewals of agricultural district or located in city of Napoleon, Ohio for various properties. Just need to direct the law director to draft legislation approving ag districts. Anything to discuss today, Billy, on that?
I don't think so. Just a reminder, I mean, it's primarily set, they would request these things to protect against nuisance, I guess, suits from their neighbors, farmers, within, the city limits. And then also there's the potential to, hold on, I've got my notes here. I had to look this up because it's been 5 years-ish, 6 years, to defer tax assessments for water and sewer hookup kind of stuff, so. I think there's one new coming, the rest of them are all renewals, so.
All right, so we just need a motion to direct the law director to draft legislation.
Make the motion.
Second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, item K7, discussion or action, set a public hearing for agricultural districts for Monday, May, I think, instead of Mary 2nd, 2022, at 6:45 PM. Looks like I typed that. We need a motion to do that, or
Just a motion to set that,
Okay.
hearing date. This is a requirement, by statute, so we have to have the hearing before we, present any legislation, so.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
All right, item K8, discussion or action, accept $500 donation from Greg Schutte Insurance Agency for the Napoleon Police Department mock crash. Chief?
Thank you, Council President. We had a local business step up. We're doing a mock crash coming up in May. Brad Strickland, our SRO, is going to be handling it. It'll be on the high school property, so this will help defer
We have a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
All right, item K9, discussion or action, accept donation of a flagpole from the American Legion Post 300 for the Aquatic Center / Golf Clubhouse.
Tony, do you want to?
Just the Napoleon American Legion was gracious enough to donate a flagpole. We had to remove the old flagpole from the old golf course, and we'd like to purchase, actually they have purchased another one to donate, so we'll be putting that up sometime this spring.
All right, awesome.
Where's it gonna go?
We're considering the south east side of, actually, I take that back, would be the northeast side of the building.
Okay.
We're gonna end up having a sidewalk there, so in that area.
Cool.
All right, could I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
All right, and item K10, discussion or action, accept donation of a park bench from Sharon Garmin for the Oakwood Park walking path. Tony?
I received a request from Ms. Sharon Garmin. She would like to place a bench in memorial of a loved one at Oakwood Park. Put it right next to the walking path on the pond.
Could I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Okay, item K11, discussion or action, renewal of liquor permits in the city of Napoleon.
Is this annual? This is annual.
I believe it's annual, so
So-
yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I believe this is one too, that's, doesn't require, I think it even says in here, doesn't require a motion because inaction is considered action, approval.
Silence is acceptance.
Silence
Yes.
is acceptance, yeah.
Chief, you have any reason not to have us approve of any of these?
No, sir.
All right. Any issues at all with the Nora district thing, anything like that?
No, it's still snowing out, so
Give it a month or
none
so.
reported so far.
Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, we'll go around the table. Well, if we start with Molly today.
Nothing, thank you.
All right, Lori,
Nothing for me.
Ross,
Last Thursday afternoon, I was driving home and stopped at a lemonade stand that some kids had put up. Shortly after I arrived, a group of Napoleon firemen showed up. So it was Alex Rupp, Jared Lerma, Tomby, Westhoven, and Captain Sturritz. So just wanted to thank them, and also thank the finance department for all of their tax day work and preparation. So that's all I have.
all right, Mr. Mayor.
Brian, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big award getter. Big award.
A little bit.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I appreciate that St. Augustine was able to coordinate with the Easter Bunny to egg my house to the tune of 8 dozen eggs placed out Saturday night for the kids to find on Easter Sunday morning. I know the people at St. Augustine didn't do it, they just coordinated with the Easter Bunny to do it. So that was really good coordination on their part, so. Was talked to by a resident earlier this week, I guess it's the weekend. There was an incident at Walmart, and they just appreciate the way the police handled it. So, Chief, thank you to whoever was on duty that day for that incident. So that's everything I had.
Thank you. Dan?
Yeah, Safety and Human Resources will be meeting next Monday. Is Finance and Budget meeting.
Oh, ask Kevin.
I don't see him, Mr. Chairman.
I don't remember if we have anything on there as of right now.
Not for May, it'd be for June, not for April. We just had, first quarter budget adjustments.
7?
Oh, that's it.
So I don't
we
think
could-
there was anything, yeah, I don't think there's
Did I
anything.
miss them?
You just said you look at Kevin, and Dan just says, I don't see anything, Mr. Council President. It just struck me as really funny. I'm sorry, it really did.
Anyway, if your committee, Mr. President, is not meeting, we can meet at 7. And it's mainly to, unless the city manager has something else, it's to review the stop signs at Bales and Westmoreland with Chief Mack. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all?
Sounds good. Ken?
See, the street sweeper was out working a little bit, it looks good. That's all I have.
Okay. Dave?
Nothing new to report.
Billy?
Nothing from me, thank you. Oh, you're right, thank you. No, we talked about this and I forgot. So there's a swearing in tomorrow at 4:30 municipal court for the new municipal court judge. If anybody can make it, wants to make it. I will be there representing the city if anybody wants to
4:30?
join me.
Thank you. Joel?
I have nothing. I wanted to be.
Oh, okay.
All right, just have a question for Chad on the projects that were finished at the end of the year last year, Michigan and Sheffield. I had a couple residents just asking if it's gonna be any attention to the grass since a lot of that ran off. Or
Yes, we actually did not place the final topsoil out there yet.
Okay,
Because of the time of the year, it was pointless. We did some temporary mulching as required by EPA, but we'll be coming back this spring both there. We've been contacted by a resident on Sheffield, not North Sheffield, but Sheffield. And then we were also contacted by a resident on Euclid. And I've told everyone who calls in that it's just a little early yet. Until we're able to dry out topsoil piles, we make a bigger mess than anything else. So we are coming. That should be sometime later this month or in May. But in all three of those areas, we're coming back to address it.
okay, how about the Oberhaus project, how's that coming along?
They have all the pipe in the ground. We're waiting on the subcontractor. There's a section of the existing pipe that we're not able to open cut and replace, so it's getting lined. We're waiting on the lining contractor to get here. It could be a few weeks, but all the pipe is in the ground. We're gonna work with them to try to get some of the excess spoils hauled out. But it's still ongoing, but everything is now rerouted through the new sewer.
Okay, thank you,
Yep.
appreciate it. That's all I had. Okay, item M, approve payment of bills and financial reports. In the absence of any objections or corrections, payment of bills and financial reports shall stand approved. Have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
All right.
Billy?